get used to taking fucking criticism in your fucking face. So if you need to be like massage the truth, go find somebody else.
You ready? Let's go!
Action.
Welcome. So this section is all about how to master anything, how to learn anything quickly and effectively. So if I had my way, I'd put this at the very beginning of every single course, but I know guys want to just dive into Ooh. How come you get such a nice...
Because I'm taking it from the bottom.
It's just white behind me. Can't see in. No, like, look.
Well, let me see.
Maybe I can do this, and then I come in the picture. Still just turns all white behind me. Because I guess it focuses on my face, and then the rest turns light. Alright, I guess we can just do it outside. The difficulties of filming. With cameras you can't really adjust. Oh, I can adjust stuff on this, right? Let's see if I can do it. Okay, I can focus on a point besides my face. No, just adjust it. Like auto. ISO, auto exposure on. The ISO exposure locked. Exposure. Hey, we can shoot this at the pool.
Okay, let's go now.
Combate! Yo, IG, happy Friday, wherever you are. I'm in Bangkok, and had a productive day, but it didn't feel like it, and partly because I was totally out of routine. So I had to go way across town and do some visa stuff. It's the thing, the power of routine and habits. It's important to establish some good ones so that you can go into autopilot. You can actually focus on creating original work and not having to think about what time do I eat or what's the next thing coming up. So anyway, just a lesson I learned at the end of the week. Still got a lot done, and still got a lot to do left, including workout. So I got to get out there, buy some protein powder, and hit it. Have a great weekend. See you later. See you later.
Am I free or am I tied up? I change shapes just to hide in this place, but I'm still an animal. Nobody knows it but me when I slip. Yeah, I slip. I'm still an animal. There is a hole and I try to fill it up with money, money, money. But it gets bigger till your horse is always running.
So the store did not have the protein powder. In fact, didn't have any good brands, and I would have to go all the way the other direction to get good protein or look around. And on top of that, released a new module for one of our courses a day late, but I got it done. And I did a live show for Awakenings, other video stuff, but I still have a lot of video editing, uploading, just basic stuff that I can do that our editors, we don't need any specialist work to do for. But so anyway, end of the day, you can grind it out with the workout. But I've decided there's some flexibility in the week. because we got the Sunday off day. So instead of taking Sunday as the off day, we'll take today as an off day because it's already feeling like an off day. And Sunday we'll hit the gym. So we'll just push everything back a day and catch up again on Monday. So it's nice to have a reserve day that you can push forward or like you can use. Yeah. This is a wash. Looks like I can't even think. But I shot an Instagram video. That's good. Anyway, this is our local, call it the local, right? Our local. We got some comfort food, very good craft beer at decent prices. Much better than the average Singapore bar prices. And a nice rotating tap. And it's never crowded, which is a good thing. There's like an overrated barbecue place down the street the other way, smoking whatever, very overrated. And it's a waste of time to go there. So this is nice. Just pull up and get a drink. We got some free drinks in the lounge back at the hotel every day. We get 2 hours free open bar, which is a nice perk that we rarely use because we're so focused on working. But hopefully we can hit that today. Shit, it's gonna be like an hour. So that's a recap of today. You wanted a recap of today? There's a recap of today. Happy Friday, wherever the fuck you are. Enjoy it. Life is short. Be in the now. Be in the moment. Give up on success for 10 years down the road because you may not live that long. The older you get, the more you realize that. So enjoy the now. You can YOLO when you're old. Don't YOLO when you're young, though. Because you probably won't just live one day. You'll live many, many days. So, but when you're older, you get the luxury of YOLOing it. Shoot this. Hey, finish a whole bottle of wine. Woohoo! I looked into that post. It's just telling it like it is. Here's the truth. Here's the truth. You need to do this, and you've been acting like a pussy, and giving away your own dignity and all that stuff, right? And then the guy's like, too hard on yourself. And I just tapped on him, and it was, well, definitely he's not Asian. So I don't know what other race he is, but and then it occurred to me, like, I have a big Asian American, or a big part of my following is Asian American, and Asian overall, like Singaporean Asian. So just look at you while I'm talking. It's just weird. Like, I got this mic, I got you, I got this thing. Asians are hard asses, man. Like, you know how in America, you may not know this because you're not American. Most Asian Americans in Korean, Chinese, Japanese Asian Americans, and some of the Vietnamese, Filipino Asian Americans. Because I know that there's a big segment of Asian Americans that aren't crushing it on traditional metrics, but there is a big segment that is crushing it. And then I got it. It's something I thought of today. When did I think of it? After the workout or before the workout. I told you I wanted to tell you, right? And then after the workout, this is what I thought. I realized, like, one reason why I have such a big following in that subset of people is because I'm like their dad. And I noticed that, like, Ramit Sethi does this, like, I'm your Asian American father. And right, so sort of like this, it's like you're used to Vulcan, what's it called?
Space.
Vulcan
The
discipline.
final frontier.
And then you have somebody who you're getting advice from who also treats you like matter-of-factly, not massaging your feelings. So, okay, after my first master's degree, the rest of it was white professors. But they were white professors in, well, okay, half of them were in Asian studies, and the rest were in philosophy. And but even the ones in Asian studies, they acted very white in the sense of, like, they were really understanding. Like, they would massage the criticism so deep that I'd be like, are you afraid that I'll get hurt or something? Why are you so? They're like, David, so there's something, I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but there's something that you should consider. Have you considered this or this? And I just wanted them to come out with, like, yeah, that was horrible. That was bad. Mistake. Let me redo it. Let me look at this text instead of this text. This was an awful section of my dissertation. Just, they're pussyfooting around it. That's the way they felt like they needed to be. Yeah. And I think there's a coddling. You definitely see this in the fucking universities in America now, but, like, there's a coddling around the American, or possibly even white Western culture, which is one reason why when East Asian Americans get into America, they crush it. Like, you know, like we're actually discriminated against in Ivy League admissions processes, and this is like well documented. Crush it, like that's where the stereotype of math and computers came, because like we get all the best grades and all that shit, and then we get stopped like in the old days it was the Jews who had to get stopped because we didn't have enough like well-rounded whatever, and then we'll go and get the well-rounded shit too, but then discrimination will come up again. But it's interesting because the white Western culture is so used to safe spaces, coddling, and all that shit that they can't handle it. So to the white Westerners, if you want to get any bit of like how to fucking crush it like an Asian American, how to fucking crush it and get into Harvard like it's no big deal, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, go and get your academic goals, no big deal, whatever. Get used to taking fucking criticism in your fucking face. So if you need to be like massage the truth, go find somebody else like this. I could be that guy, but then I would feel like I would be laughing in my mind the whole time, like you fucking wimp. It's disrespect. So I like Star Trek, man, like Vulcans and Klingons. If you treat them like a human, like if you treated a Klingon like a human, it'd be like a sign of weakness. It's so Asian American or Asian Canadian that I'm referencing fucking Star Trek right now. But like, if a Klingon treated a Klingon like a human, it's a sign of disrespect, right? And that's how I feel if I were to treat you like, hey man, I've been there. I feel it's tough, but you gotta fucking get your act together, like that. Like, it's so condescending in a way. Like, why are you like, why don't you just go for it? So that's one of those things I think is like useful to know. It seems like so many of this generation, the millennials and what's after millennials, like younger than millennials.
I don't know.
They need to.
They come up with a term yet?
They're always looking for motivation and shit. It's because they're not Asian American. It's because they didn't have strict ass parents who were beating them when they didn't fucking practice piano. So of course it creates traumas and stuff like that. So you go and do therapy, but you're gonna fucking get all the money you want, all the whatever else fucking things you want. So it's good to be hard on yourself in a way. Now, if you've come from that subculture where you're super hard on yourself because you've attained everything you wanted, but you're still empty, there are many segments of population you have to speak to. And when I speak to my own segment of people, we start off all of our courses, Invincible, Rock Solid, Masculine Mastery, Lifestyle Mastery, all the big courses, with a 15-minute, 20-minute audio track of like sort of NLP based on don't be so hard on yourself, right? Like my fucking phone. Oh shit, I have all these notifications. Let's see if I can show you. Oh shit. This is Gary Vee, man. Don't be so hard on yourself, right? Did you get it? Is it blurry? So, but some of you need to be harder on yourselves. Some of you need to be Vulcans. Some of you need to be Klingons. Some of you need to be Asian American. And the fuck up. So that's what I gotta say. But the ones who have been like really hard on themselves, now you got to do some therapy. Now you got to treat yourself better, etc., etc. So, got it on my mustache. You see that? Thank you. All right, I'm out.